Hey folks, how you doing? Today I will be testing a pretty cool product from a company called Aoonuauto. I did previous testing for them for LED customized door sills, as you can see right here. Also, I've done my own sequential LEDs, as you can see right here, on my truck and also on my STI. So they wanted me to test out their million color sequential LED turn signal and running light. So I think that would be an awesome product to test out today. Tools that you're gonna need are, you can use, I have an assortment of taps, tester, a really sharp cutting tool, wire cutters, and obviously with a built-in splicer. Or for me, I prefer to use the soldering kit. But for today's testing, it's just easier to show you running off of these wires right here. These wires I've previously installed to my sequential LED kit, so it will be very easy to tap off of these just for demonstrational purposes, but we'll test the wires anyway so that you can see it. So alright guys, in the box, to give you a nice little presentation here, I was the one that unraveled this. I just wanted to make sure that these were 24 inches long. And the good thing about these, if you notice here, they have markings on them. These markings, this is where you can cut to fit, just in case that, you know, if yours is not as long or you don't have like a really big housing, like on my Subaru here, this one I had to cut. They have the same markings right here, as you can see, so I could actually cut this down. Not many companies make these that you can cut, so I think this, by far, it's a great product here, right here. In the box, obviously, you have your pair of sequential LEDs. They give you a nice little remote to control it, some zip ties, the box with the where the wires need to be connected to, and this box right here helps break down the current, so hopefully you don't throw a code or a check engine light or actually like a bulb out type notification on your dash. So this should be a pretty sweet install. Here we go. Alright guys, so the first things that you might want to do is, before you connect anything, any type of lighting to your car, at least test it out first to see if it has, if it's in working order. Otherwise, believe me, I've made mistakes like that before. So here we go. Just connect the black to the negative. This wire right here, they say it's purple, but it's pink. Just connect that bad boy to the positive. Woo, that's a really nice strobe. It's very nice. I can't really, ooh, this thing is beautiful. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. That's really nice. If some of you guys have show cars or take your cars to like some shows or just for display or to show off on your friends, this is where it's at right here, man. Look at these multiple assortment of strobes. That's fly. That's fly right there. Alright guys, so time to test out the wires. So with your ignition on, you have your wire tester handy. Make sure you connect the wire tester to a ground, most definitely, before you test anything, before you blow a fuse or anything else worse. Put the signal on just for testing purposes and just slightly tap in, see which one it's going to be. These wires are super fine. Oop, this is the one right here. So this red wire right here, this is the one that's my signal. And on the box, on the blocks, the blue wire is going to be connected to this red wire right here because this is the left turn signal. So from there, we know this wire right here is going to be the power for the light, which is going to be the pink wire connecting to it, or purple in their instructions. And on the other side will be the other red wire for the turn signal. Alright guys, so real easy. Once you finish tapping into it, just putting your taps on your wires, as I said, this is only for demonstrational purposes. I solder my stuff just to make a stronger bond. Not that the bond is not strong in these. They're actually pretty good. I've used them before. Your wire layout is very, very, very easy. You'll notice that the longest wire that they give you is the yellow wire, which would be your right turn signal to stretch all the way across to the other side of the vehicle. I laid one strip here like this. One is on the other side, so you'll see how nice it strobes once I connect it up. So once you connect your taps, real simple. These bad boys in here. If you have a handy tool as a crimper, that will save you a lot of time and effort. Once you crimp the wires in there, always give it a little tug to make sure it's nice and seated in there, because this will be connecting into your connections like so. It'll just be plugging in. Boom. It's pretty much plug and play. That's why it's so simple and it's easy to do. So guys, once you finish crimping your wire connections, black, the ground, plugs in like so. The pink wire to the power wire that you previously tested. The blue wire, that will be the left turn signal, will be to this red one that I previously tested that you saw on the tester. And the yellow wire goes all the way, and it fell in. Got it. Goes all the way to the other side. Perfect. So now once all that's finished, it's very simple. Have your remote. There's a plastic piece on your remote right here, just so that the battery won't wear while it's in the warehouse or whatnot. Just slide it out, and the battery will be touching the terminals on the inside of the remote to make it active. All right, so now that I hooked everything up, I have one strip laying here, I have one strip laying right here, and this is the other connection for the other turn signal that you see right here. Now, once I hit my unlock button of my car, I should be able to see something, because if you wired it up correctly. Right there. Very, very nice. And it's working in sync with my sequential LEDs. Let's see how it works here. So now I'm going to turn the ignition on. Once I turn the ignition on, alright guys, so once I turn the ignition on, because it's daylight, my sensor obviously the running lights won't come on, so I just turn the lights on manually. Once I turn the lights on manually and come back to this bad boy, see my sequential LEDs are on. These bad boys are on right here. Very, very nice. Let's see how the turn signals work. Ooh, fly. And these are actually very, very independent. It's almost like a show mode. It strobes perfectly, and while this is strobing for your turn signal, this one here is running beautifully. And vice versa. While I have the signal, while I have the right turn signal running here, this one is strobing independently. Very nice. So now with the ignition on still and your signals off, my sequential LED is still on right now. I know it's daylight, but so I'm sorry for that, but it's on. My sequential LED is on right here. Now with the remote, let's see how it works. Click on. Now once you click, it actually, let me see. Once you click mode, wow, there's many, many different lighting modes. Once you click mode, there's many, many different lighting modes that you can get. And the box is pretty sensitive because I'm not even pointing it at the box for the remote. Now, the back button is obviously to go back to the previous one. And the plus and minus sign, that will enhance the speed. So I'm going to slow this down. I'm going to change the mode real quick so you can see this. So the minus button, and it slows it down. Plus button, speed it back up. It's pretty awesome. So we have that red right there. You hit back, and it goes back to the previous. Click off, and it's off. Wow. Awesome product. Awesome product. Awesome product. Now, guys, one more thing I would suggest. Depending on the state you're in, if you're in the States, these lights, as a running light, definitely check your local state laws or county laws, because these things could be illegal depending on the light. So this one right here, that's a white light right here. That would be perfect to have it set on if you're going to be driving a car or whatnot. And you could always change it. Now let me see, if I turn this off and turn it back on, perfect. It will turn off and turn on with the last light setting that you had it on. So me personally, in New York, my sequential LED strip that's on right now, it's white. I would suggest leaving this the same way because it's white. Because anything else, let's see, if I change this mode and it changed the color, I shut it off, turn it back on, it pops up to the last mode that it was on. So that can be problematic depending on the state that you're in. One more thing I forgot to mention. While it's strobing like this, or in any pattern whatsoever, if your turn signals go on, the turn signals take precedence over anything that the RGB strips will be doing. Turn signals definitely takes preference over it. Alright guys, in closing, I just lined up the strips right here where the hood meets the fender, just for informational purposes, just to give you guys a demonstration. Once I open up my door, it's going to strobe blue and then go back to the last setting that I had it on. It's going to go back to the last setting that I had it on. That's sweet right there. And actually, it's changing on its own. That was the last setting I had it on. If I hit mode, beautiful. Now you could speed that up, slow it down. This will happen until my running lights turn off, because it's acting as a courtesy light right now. If I turn my lights actually on, it'll just stay on and you could play with it. There you go. Pretty sweet product from Aoonuauto, guys. Check them out. It's awesome. Alright guys, so it's nice and dark. For this demonstration, once I open the doors, the sequential LEDs are going to strobe blue and then go straight to the last setting it was last at. There we go, straight to the last setting. Okay, so it's at the last setting right here. Hold on one second. Okay, so right now it's at the last setting I had it at, which is perfect. Hit the signal. Strobes perfectly. Now while it's strobing, leave it right there. Leave it right there. While it's strobing, this one stays autonomous. That's why this is only for show. Once the signals are running here, this one stays autonomous, which is perfect. Now you can press your mode button, change the coloration. So once you press your mode button, you change the stream of everything. You could speed up, slow it down. Slow it down nice and slow. Change everything up. Awesome product. Awesome product by Aoonuauto. Awesome product. Showstopper. Guys, I'm happy to do this install. Give me a follow at WickedSTI, WIKEDSTI, where you see a lot of nice content on my cars, my Subaru STI, and Bruce Banner the truck, Ram 1500 Sport. All right, guys, check out Aoonuauto for some good products, and we out.